Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'll be talking about the Sun conjunct Venus in a natal chart. Now, first off, what I want to state is when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, the first thing up is, well, if you have the Sun conjunct Venus in a natal chart, there may be intense focus on your love, your enjoyment, which is Venus. And the thing is, it could be, your love, your relationships, the love in your life, but also, what you enjoy, what you're enamored with. If Venus is in Aquarius, say, those things of enjoyment can include astronomy, astrology, computers, electronics, innovation, new technology, meteorology, and even acts of altruism. And you could be very proficient and talented in art. Venus is connected with our latent talents and abilities, and it's also associated with art. And you may be somebody that has a number of talents, but may also, really focus on, artistic endeavors, even if it's just a hobby. I mean, if you have your Venus in Pisces, it could be, abstract art, fictional fantasy type of artwork. And the thing too is with this could shine a light, so to speak, on musical, artistic ability. And if you're, say your Venus, is in Capricorn, that artistic ability can be could be political, cartoons as an example, cartoon drawings, Cancer, if Venus is in Cancer, could be ones, that are nostalgic, connected with history, with home and family, and, musical, again, going back to Venus and Capricorn as an example, that musical ability may be tied in, in a very, traditional, kind of conventional, orthodox kind of manner, music that would be seen as conventional, as some examples. And the ego, if you have this aspect, the ego may be strongly connected, with your relationships and your important friends, your popularity. Venus is connected with our relationships, which include our significant and important friendships. If Venus is in Sagittarius, it could be a number of your, relationships and friendships. Important friendships may be people that are foreigners, or people that are explorers, adventurers, and people into philosophy, religion. They may actually be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or embody the characteristics of Sagittarius, such as being very jocular, jovial, philosophical, expansive, optimistic, as some examples. Now, the important friends in your life may have more of an impact on your life in general. I mean, they may play more of an integral role in terms of where you're going, in your life. Again, going to Aquarius is an example. If the Sun is in Aquarius, that could be a life we're expressing a lot of humanitarianism, altruism, selflessness, even innovation as some examples. And the thing too is, having this aspect might put more attention on your self-worth, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, than most other people. And if Venus is in Aries, it could be doing things, that as far as your self-worth goes, that are pioneering, that are innovative. It maybe matters with sports or something, things that require, physical strength and, leadership as some examples. And other thing too is that this could be, having this aspect may give that exceptional, the drive and motivation, which is the Sun, to make money. Of course, money is connected with Venus, generating income. Venus is in Scorpio, say, that money may be made doing something Scorpio related, which can include something with psychology, locksmithing, the occult, which includes astrology, or doing something with forensics, investigation, embalming, as some examples. And a lot of your energy and vitality may be expended on developing your latent talents and abilities, which is Venus. And say if Venus is in Taurus, as an example, those latent talents and abilities, may be connected with, architecture, agriculture, even construction, art, geology, even carpet laying, something of a musical nature. The Sun conjunct Venus by itself again could give certain proficiency, in artistic ability, in musical ability, and having an inclination for those things. And this is also, as far as this aspect goes, you may thrive on doing, the things that you strongly value, which is Venus. And the thing is, if you have, say, your Venus is in Gemini, that could simply be doing manifold or a variety of things. But more specifically, it might be things that are tied in, to communication or something with manual dexterity, which can include, auto or refrigeration mechanics, maybe mimicry, you know, um, in some cases, and just your general assimilation and dissemination of information, your short journeys, driving, taking short trips, and there may be something that you truly put a lot of tremendous amount of focus and attention on in your life. And the thing is, people that have this placement may really epitomize attractiveness and being tranquil about, peaceful. I mean, you got to factor in, the sign as well. I mean, if you have this in Aries, it could modify things a little bit, because if you have the Sun in Aries, the Sun is our basic fundamental character, maybe a little bit more militant, a little more volatile, aggressive, and combative. So you have to put that in, but at the same time, the conjunction of the Sun to Venus can, it might do something where it makes the nature, the basic character, a little bit more peaceful and tranquil than otherwise indicated, and the person may be more attractive than otherwise indicated in their chart. And the person, basically, it may be charming, tactful, diplomatic, and refined, their, nature, because you're incorporating the Venus qualities into, the basic demeanor of the person. And also, too, if you have this aspect, the basic wants, which is connected with the Sun, may include, possessions more so than most others. And the thing is, if you have your, let's say, if, your Venus is in Leo, those possessions may be very extravagant ones in which you spend an exorbitant amount of money on. It may be things connected with partying, entertainment, creativity. If you're involved in acting, might be some possessions connected with that, or something with, games in general, like whether it's board games, video games, things, of enjoyment, things you bring, maybe connected with an amusement park, as, as some examples. And the thing is, and the thing with this too is, if you have this aspect in your chart, you may, be, your love, you may love your true self, which is the Sun, more so than most people on average. Say if your Sun is in Virgo, you may love, that basic character that can be very, analytical, punctilious with details, punctual, reliable, industrious, as some examples. And you may be somebody that has, very refined taste if you have this aspect. And, your nature again, can be, rather, more docile than otherwise indicated in the chart. You may have a very affectionate and loving nature as well. And there may be a strong desire, for cooperation with others. And there may be, the biological father may be seen as somebody, that was peaceful, tactful, charming, diplomatic, refined, and cooperative. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.